So nationality is important. So many of our people say, well, I'm rich. Why do I need nationality? I got money. I got 3-4 Jaguars. I got this big mansion here. You know, I've got everything I need. What do I need nationality for? You still need it to be recognized in the government which you live in the nations of the earth. Again, if you're a world traveler, you know how much that means. To open your passport and they see that you are a free national being, your treatment is different. And when I was in China, my respect was totally different from people who look like me, which I saw very few, who didn't know their nationality. And I sat like it. I walked like it. I stood like it. Because having your nationality and knowing who you are makes your back like it's got steel in it. Well, we learned from the questionnaire, the 101 questions and answers that our prophet, Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple, have given us, that the purpose, and it's real simple. It's not Hebrew physics. You know, we have ones trying to say, oh, it's this or that. It's to uplift fallen humanity. You know, and fallen humanity is us, basically. It's us. You know, we had to learn how to love ourselves. We have to learn how to love and appreciate life as given to us by our God, Allah Almighty. The purpose of the Moorish Science Temple of America is to uplift those who needed to be uplifting. And we get uplifted by simply being ourselves, which moves away the myth and the marks of Negro, black, and colored as you try to describe us as a people. We are not Negro, black, and colored. That is not uplifting. It's downlifting, if it's anything. We're here to ascend, to uplift ourselves by correcting, not changing, but correcting our thoughts. Our thoughts should be corrected to uplift ourselves to be what and who we really are. So, and we are humanity. Now, I'm at the point now that it doesn't matter what anybody think about me. It doesn't matter about where you think I'm going, I'm not going. It doesn't matter at all. I'm so free. I am so free. I am so free. And I'm well grounded. And our prophet Noble Drew Ali, as Hammond said, you can't touch this. Oh, baby, you can't touch this, man. Yeah. I'm so free, man, I can talk to anybody. Because I'm so happy that I know who I am. I'm so happy that I'm myself. It's just a wonderful feeling. After a while, that's gonna drop. What other people think. Like the young boy, your children say, poot on you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say this, sister, I'm sorry, but they say that, you know. I said it as, I ain't studying you, you know. We say that. But after a while, they're gonna wanna be like you. Well, how do I get there? How can I be that? How can I achieve that state of bliss? That demonstration, how? By being yourself. How did the prophet uplift the Moorish American? Teaching them to be themselves. Oh, it's a joy. We're not selling Moorish science. We're being Moorish science. We're not selling you this. We're being this. When he passed, there was people from Baghdad looking for him, princes. And we have copies of those letters in Chicago where they were trying to find him, what happened to him. They wanted to know. He had a profound effect, not only on us, but the entire world, as all prophets do. When they come to a people, but they come to the whole world too, because they have so much light. And that light affects everyone. Now, many people say, well, did he come to the European? Of course. In the sense that he's telling the European that all free national beings must have their free national name, which simply means that if you are calling yourself white, you're just as wrong as us calling ourselves black, because you are not white. You are either a Italian American, a Polish American, a Greek American, a German American, but you can't be German American and white at the same time. At the same time, you're not. So when those of us who have traveled abroad know that they don't use that term when you leave the United States of America. They tell you abruptly, well, I'm German, I'm Italian. They tell you, and when they're around each other, they talk about each other. That Italian, that Greek, that German. They never say that white, that white. But these are just common sense notations that many of our people don't look at because many of us have been blinded by the light to such great extent that when the truth is right before us, we will not apprehend it. And I took that Bible and I spanked my brother so hard with his own lessons, the truth, because it was all in it was in the book of Obadiah, it was in Deuteronomy, it was in 1st and 2nd Kings, it was everywhere. I used all of it. And then when I got this, because I said, Ronnie, we're going to start this conversation. Don't talk, just listen. Pop, 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 pop. I said, Ronnie, first of all, you're not an Israelite. These laws and customs are for Israelites. That's not you. He said, what do you mean? Well, we're trying to do what was written in the Old Testament. Says, what's the Old Testament? It's an Israelite. Are you an Israelite? The prophet's teachings, he will pluck out his sheep wherever they're at to help him do things for our people. Because I asked my brother Ronnie in one conversation, what's wrong with what I'm doing? Can you tell me what is wrong with it? Because it's love, truth, peace, freedom, just what's wrong with it? Well, it's not the New Testament. I mean, not the Old Testament. It's not us. Man, Jesus was not even a Christian, Ronnie. So what are you talking about? Yeah, but his followers were. I said, well, that ain't him. Well, if you've never had wasabi and sushi and you put the sushi in there, it opens you up. The horseradish, it opens you up. You didn't know you was closed till you got opened up. Well, I'm open up with you. You didn't know you was closed. You didn't know nationality was important till you had one. So nationality is important for us economically, socially, morally, spiritually, and politically. It increases our political standing in our government of the United States of America. Now we can go to the poll and cast our vote as a free national citizen. And there should be no restrictions because the playing field is equal now. We have decided to join the melting pot of different nationalities in our country, United States of America, as Moorish American Muslims. We have decided that. We could not have joined the melting pot of nationalities of Negro, Black, and colored because it is not a nationality. It is not. That piece right there used to be a secret. But now that it's not a secret, it makes you think, yeah, what do I want immortality for anyway? For more vices? What do I really want that for? That little piece right there used to be a secret. Here's another little piece that just makes us zoom in terms of the universe, in terms of our understanding. It says, time never was when man was not. Just that one little piece there. And you can contemplate on that for weeks. What do you mean time never was? It took me years to contemplate on that one little sentence. Time never was. What is time? It makes you ask these questions. What is time? Time never was. Well, maybe I was before time. Maybe you was. But it never was. If man was not, so maybe I'm not the flesh, I'm spirit. It just takes you everywhere. It helps your mind just say, whoa, all this is in my brain. It used to be a secret. But when they loosened the keys and freed these secrets, for the first time in America, the prophet says, in 1927, is he able to share what used to be his secrets to Moorish America and into the entire world. It may exist, it may not, but I've never seen anything that could substantiate that, of why the colors are red and green. But we do know without doubt or contradiction that it is not a Moroccan flag. We do know that it's a Moorish flag, and we do know that it is red and it has a 5-pointed green star in the center. And the star is not even called a pentagram, it's called a star. It doesn't say it's a 5-pointed pentagram in the center. So we do know that exactly about what he has said word for word about the Moorish flag. We do know in the earlier questionnaire, the first questionnaire, that when they talk about how old the flag is, it says it's over 50,000 years old. But if it's over 10,000 years old, then it's over 50,000 years old. If it's over 50,000 years old, it's over 50,000 years old. It's old. So that we do know. So without creating more allegories and hearsay, we just go by exactly what the prophet has written for us in terms of the Moorish flag. We do know if it's that old that it would more than likely have to be the first flag on earth. Christianity is good, but for the European. It was put together for him, for his earthly salvation. And we like to see the Europeans in Christianity because it was prepared by their forefathers. But let's make it very clear that we are returning to Islam and giving Christianity back to the European nations. We don't want it. We don't disrespect it, but that's his stuff. We know that during the time of physical slavery, Christianity was forced upon our people, as it was in 1480, from 1480 to 1492. The Spanish Inquisition in Spain, it was forced upon us. And those who became Christians amongst our people were called Moriscos. So, and even when we, over here in this part of our land, we know that Christianity was part of what they call the black codes. In order to be a good slave, you had to be, your slave had to be a Christian. If Christianity was going to save us, it would have saved us a long time ago. Jesus himself was not a Christian. We know that. But when you get to Islam, Islam is a religion that was just, it's in us from birth. Because whether you called it Islam or not, the whole practice and faith and the mastering of yourself was what our people did all along anyway. We always did that. We always cared for one another. We always had bonds of affection with one another. No, we're not sovereign. And you can tell them I said it. We're not sovereign. We are not sovereign. We are religious people. We're religious men, women, children. We are religious. We have a religion. This is our religion. We don't need to be sovereign because we're practicing our religion. The prophet told us about those people who are embezzlers of the faith. He told us this. He said that you are working every scheme that you can to disqualify the prophet. Sovereignty, this, that, and the other is a scheme. It's a scheme that if you keep working it, you will put the noose around your own neck because it is not divine. It is not what the prophet brought. It is not. The prophet told us that every evil spirit is moving and they're working every scheme that they can to disqualify the prophet. Because the prophet said, your way you want, your way you will have, but your way just won't do. He also gave us a remedy to demonstrate with this buffoonery, with this schemes, these different schemes that you're working. Get your papers and do this, pay that and get your papers, pay an enormous amount of money and don't pay taxes here. Many of that stuff might be true, it might not be true. But if you work in a scheme to do it, the prophet will handle you. It will be handled by the Lord, by the grace of our Lord Allah Almighty. Unfortunately, many of our people are being hurt across the country with schemes like that. We are not anti-American. We have never been anti-American, and we will never be anti-American. United States of America is just as much as our country as a free national citizen as any other free national citizen. And we support the Constitution of the United States of America. This is our country. This is where we were born. This is where we were raised. We give honor to the flag of our birth and the flag of our descent. The flag of our birth is the flag of the United States of America, and Betsy Ross didn't make that flag. But it's still our flag. Don't get that flag confused with how the behavior of some people act. That is still our flag. Don't get that Constitution confused with some of our fellow citizens' behave. That's still our Constitution of the United States of America. As the prophet called it, one of the greatest documents of all time. We're not afraid to tell you or to explain to you who we are and what we're about, because we are about being a lawful citizen, a law-abiding citizen of the country, of our country called United States of America. So therefore, this thing of separatists, this thing of anti-American or suing the judges and suing the court is buffoonery. It is not the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And you can tell them that I repeated it because the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, our founder, has already said it. We love Jesus. Now, what people don't really, some people don't realize, those who are Christendom, if you will, is that they have coined Jesus to such great extent to be a European Christian that when a Muslim like us says, well, we love Jesus, they automatically think that we're Christians. We're not. Jesus does not belong to Christians, nor does he belong to any specific group of people other than his own people, the Palestinians, who had an iron hand oppression upon them when he came to liberate them from that iron hand oppression from the European nations who were governing a portion of Palestine at that time. So Jesus, to us, has a whole different outlook. And the outlook that we have on Jesus is the truth. In fact, we know that the angels gave Jesus a holy name. We know that that holy name was Emmanuel, which means through him, God is with the people. So, what brings people into the Moorish Science Temple of America, and these are, when I say people, people who are seekers after the truth. There are many people who are seekers amongst us who want to know the truth. Now, we said earlier that naturally this man wants the truth, but when it's right before him, he will not apprehend it. But there are some people who naturally want the truth and it's before them they do apprehend it. And these are seekers who apprehend the truth. They want to hear about the 18 years of Jesus' life. So another point to be recognized is that, why is it that not there? That's the question that many scholars should be asking. Why is the 18 years of Jesus' life not in your Holy Bible? Why? Can you explain that to us? Why is it not there? It should be there.